Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live with the Pricing Lady. I'm Janine Liston, your hostess for the show. This show is all about how I can help you to get pricing right in your business. Pricing is such a critical and important part of your business and its long-term success. If you're not paying attention to profit and therefore pricing, then you are not actually doing the best thing you can be doing for your business. In order for a business to be successful, it needs to be profitable over the long term. And that is my goal for you. Welcome, everyone. Today on Live with the Pricing Lady, we are going to talk about how to communicate discounts. Let me preface this discussion with a couple of comments. So first of all, whether or not to offer discounts and under what context you're going to offer them in your business is a personal and individual decision. What I can say, if you are trying to be a low price leader in the market, then probably discounts and things like that may be more part of what you're doing in your pricing. Depends on the situation. Some economy businesses lead with everyday low prices, and other economy businesses prefer to lead with lots of discounting. It depends on your business and your model and how you want to operate. Now, if you're operating towards the other end of the spectrum, trying to be being a more premium offer, then discounts are going to be tricky because any discount you grant is going to have an impact on how people perceive the value of your offer. So what I want to talk about today is when you're not trying to be that low price leader, when you're trying to be good value for money or a premium offer or something in between those two, how can you handle discounts in a way that aren't going to destroy your value and or your profitability? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So we're going to take a look at this from a few different aspects. And the first thing I want to take a look at is whether or not, or let me put this differently. So how bad habits when it comes to discounting can destroy your value and your profitability. Now, I think the profitability piece is a little bit more obvious because every discount that you grant is money out of your pocket. Now, I know a lot of times people will grant discounts with the hope of future business. I have a former boss who used to say, hope is not a strategy. And I agree with that. It's not a very sound strategy. So you really need to make sure if that's what you're doing, if you're granting discounts in the hope of getting more business later on, you need to put a little more concreteness behind that hope. Otherwise, what often happens, especially with small businesses, they're out there wheeling and dealing and giving discounts here and there. And at the end of the year, when they look at the profit that they have, their profit is usually well below what they had targeted. And a lot of times it will be due to discounting habits. We call this price erosion. So if you say my price is 100, and then every time you sell it for 95 or 92 or 90 or 87, then over time, your average price is definitely not going to be 100. So if you plan with 100, then you're going to have a problem profitability-wise unless you pick up a lot of volume. Now, I do have a tool on my website called the Price Change Calculator, which you can get access to in the pricing toolkit if you want to understand more about how discounts can affect your ability to be profitable. But more importantly, if you apply certain discounts, how much more volume you have to achieve in order to break even. If you're doing discounting, you are going to want to use that tool. So head over to JanineListon.com or thepricinglady.com and then find the pricing tools I believe it's under micro businesses. So have a look there and get on that. Now, how does it destroy value? Well, when you say to someone, this is what, you have this thing that you offer, it can be a physical product or a service. You say, this is what I offer you, and it costs you 100, my offer, don't say cost. I offer it to you for 100. And then they go, and you say, well, okay, I'll offer it to you for 90. All of a sudden, you're inadvertently telling them this isn't worth 100 anymore. It's actually really only worth 90. And that's what we mean by destroying value. So you manipulate, in a sense, or you adjust the customer's perception of what the value of this offer really is, or this product really is. So this is why you have to be very careful with discounting and how often you do it, when you do it, and under what conditions you do it, because each time you do it, you have the potential to destroy the value. Now, early in my career, I was doing a lot of work in China, especially in Asia. And we used to kind of joke amongst ourselves because we were working with these great big systems, multi-million-dollar systems. And we used to joke amongst ourselves that, hey, we had to be really careful how much of a discount we offer this time, because next time that price becomes the starting point for the next negotiation, and they're always going to want more. And that's also, again, related to how they perceive the value. And you need to make sure that you're always making decisions and doing things that aren't destroying your value. So let's take a look at what that really means. Because in the end, this is going to affect, one, not just how much money you earn on that one, but how much you maybe earn on future business. And each time you give a discount and it's a little bit less than or a little bit more than you gave before, it kind of eats away at you on the inside because you're thinking, hey, why can't I sell this at the price that I think it's worth? So when you give discounts, it can also eat away at your confidence if you're doing too much of it. It can also lead to you resenting customers. So if you are constantly giving discounts and you feel like you're working hard and giving more value than you're actually getting paid for, that can also lead to resentment. And that just spells disaster for your business as well. So these are reasons that you really want to be on top of your discounting habits if and when you're going to be discounting in your business. Let me be clear about one other thing. Now, some businesses that work with different channels, so let's say you have a product that you sell online, but you also then sell it to different kinds of shops so they can sell it in their stores, then you have different channels, your online channel, your big store channel, your medium-sized store channel, and your little store channel, let's say. You'll have different discounts for each of those, and that's a little bit different because they are adding value in the process between you and the person who's using what you offer. What I'm talking about are special offer discounts. So let's look at this a little bit more. One of the things that you really want to always do is lead with stating the full price first. So whether you are offering a discount in a conversation or you're doing it online, in an email, in a written offer, however you're going to do that, you want to lead first with the full price. And this might go like something like this. What I usually charge is this. Or you just have price on the page and then you have an X through it and then you put the discounted price. So you always want to make sure, this is one way to hold the value. You tell people first what the full price is. This has a second benefit in terms of anchoring. So it anchors people to that first price. If that first price is a significant amount, they get over that fact that it's significant. They go, oh my gosh, it's 3,000 whatevers. And you go, yes, but I'm going to offer it to you for blah, blah, blah. Then it softens the blow a bit, right? So that will help you. The second thing, and then let me say one other thing about that. The second thing that you want to, or the other thing that you want to do is don't be afraid to mention the full price more than once, right? So you want to reinforce the fact that this is the value of my offer, the full price. This is the value of my offer, the full price. Now, you're going to want to do this in a way that you're not annoying people, but I want to encourage you to remind them and yourself, this is the full price of my offer. So the second thing that you want to do is when the time is right and you've exhausted all other possibilities and you need to offer that discount, then you bring up the new price. Now, if your price is lower than 100, doesn't matter 100 what, but lower than 100, then you're going to give them a discount percent, like 5% off or 7% off, something like that, right? If your price is 100 or more, then you're going to give them the new price. So if you were selling it for 500 and your special offer price is 450, then you're going to tell them 450 in this case rather than 10%. And that's just one of those psychology things. It makes it feel like a bigger discount. So how you're going to do this, it might sound like this. My price for this offer is usually 5,000 francs for 3 months. However, I'd like to offer it to you for 4,250 as a special case, right? So you always want to state that first and then come in with your special offer. Next, tell them why they're getting that. So you're a valued customer. You were the first one to respond. This is a beta product, and we would like to have your feedback, which leads me to the fourth point, which is state the conditions. But before I go into state conditions, first tell them why they're getting that offer. Why are you treating them in a special way? You want to be very clear with them and yourself that this is a one-time deal, and there are certain situations that make this needed or necessary. And that's what you're doing here by stating or telling them why they're getting the offer, the special offer, that is. Next, you want to make sure that you use or state any conditions. So sometimes if you're running like an online special offer or promotion, then you're going to use what I call the holy grail of special offers, which is scarcity and urgency. So this is available to the first 3 people, right, who contact me by the end of today. So make it urgent and make it scarce, right? So that's one way that you can, there are those one type of conditions. Sometimes the conditions are things that you want in return. I'll offer this to you for 4,250 as long as you agree to do X, Y, Z. So write a white paper with me, do this magazine article, let me interview you on a live show, whatever it can be. You want to state what those conditions are at the same time as you deliver the special price. And this is all about keeping that price value scale in balance. So when you do that, you're actually adjusting that scale and letting them know, yes, you're willing to give them a better price. However, there's going to be some sort of value exchange in the process. So a little bit for them and a little bit for you. The last thing that's really important to do is when you issue an invoice, you always put the full price first and then show them the price that they're actually going to pay. This is just once again reinforcing the fact that they are getting a special price from you. This is a good reminder for you as well as for them. Now, what I wanted to do next is share with you a story. So thank you to those of you who are watching live out there. If you have any questions, go ahead and plop them in the comments. And when I'm done with the story here, I'll have a look and can address those questions. So the story I want to share with you is years ago, I was working at a company and they had a big service part to the business. It was a product-based company, but we had an after-sales service part of the business. We sold spare parts and services and different things. And what happened is a certain branch of that service department was spun off of the main company and became an independent company, but they were still working with our products. And what happened over time is as they split off and went and started doing their own thing, but they were still buying our products, we noticed that they were taking a lot of our time from the service department in our company. They were calling them all the time and just really, really abusing the former relationship, even though now they were independent field office. On top of that, we were offering training programs and coursework and things like that for their people, which they weren't taking advantage of because they were getting all this free of charge support from us without any effort. And we had a long discussion about, why this service business wasn't as profitable as it should be. And we realized that we didn't actually know how much additional service we were providing them because we'd never bothered to actually write it down. So in stage 1, we started making a note. Every time somebody from that office called and they were asking questions or given some sort of support on the phone, it was captured in a spreadsheet and whatever. And then after a couple months, we went and looked at how much free service they were getting. And I'll tell you, it was a lot. It was really over the top. So the next thing that we did was we started putting on the invoices the number of hours per month that they were getting free of charge. And then we would show what the actual value of that is if we had charged them. And then we would say, you pay zero. And then we went and had a conversation with them. We sat down with them and we said, all right, you've noticed on your invoices that we're starting to share with you what you're getting in free of charge service because something needs to shift in this relationship. Let's talk about how we can do this better for both of us. And we actually said, if you send your people to get trained and take these courses, yes, they are paid courses, then you get X number of, hours per month included of free telephone support. If you don't take those courses, then you don't get any of this support for free anymore. And we were actually able to shift the relationship and make the business much more profitable and increase the know-how, skills, and training level of this client who was selling our products. So in the end, it led to them doing better work as well and doing more business. So it was a win-win for everyone. Now, this is one small example of how when you don't pay attention to your own habits in your business, you can, one, be destroying value, two, be giving away a lot of service that you should probably or might actually be able to get paid for. And three, it's got to start with you first understanding what you're doing and then making the customer aware of it if it's appropriate as well. So this was a nice little story to demonstrate how, yes, sometimes things do go wrong. However, it's also possible to shift them given time as long as you understand what you want to get out of it and you can have that upfront conversation with your clients. So that was what I wanted to share with you today. We took a look at the following. We took a look at how come discounting habits are so important to your business or why they are, how it can affect value perception as well as price erosion. And then I walked you through 5 steps to help you to make sure or to help you be able to communicate discounts in a way that's going to be better for you in the long run. And that was always state the full price first. Don't be afraid to repeat it now and then. Second of all, when you've exhausted all other possibilities and the time is right, then offer the special price. Third, make sure they know why they're being offered this special price. Fourth, make sure to tell them any conditions that go with that special price. And fifth, when you do invoice them, be sure to put the full price first and then the special offer price second. That's what I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best. And as always, you can reach me for a phone call if you want to talk about pricing in your business at JanineListon.com/discovery call. And until next time, have a great week and enjoy pricing, everyone. Take care.